Hi, my name is Hanan Pyatsky and this is another tutorial I made, Purple Haze arranged by Emmanuel. In this tutorial I will explain step by step each section of the song and then I will give, of course, tips on how to play it better. So let's get started. The song starts from E minor chord. You hammer on the second fret of the 5th string and then just strum as much as you like until you hit the 3rd fret on the 2nd string. Together. Okay? Then follows this strumming method. Down, down, up, down, down, up. Then follows this chord. 5th string, 1st fret, 2nd fret, 3rd fret. You pick with your fingers and the plectrum 5 times. Then you hit the 2nd fret and again 3 times this chord. And again you hit the 2nd fret and then you play Here you add your pinky to pick the 4th string and you play at the end 3rd string, 2nd string, 3rd string with your fingers. Now together, slowly. So from the first beat, 7th fret, hammer on, 7th fret again, 3rd string, 8th fret, okay? And on the background, together. Then follows a very quick slide. Sounds like one moment. Hit the 3 strings together and pull off. And then this rhythm. Together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then again you play. And then you see the difference? Instead of so. And the 3rd time you play only on the 3 strings. And the last time tempo 80 beats per minute. We start from the first beat. 2, 3, 4. This chord, 2nd, 4th and open strings, or you can play, or I like this one. and you strum like this. So it sounds like just pull off again, and then you pick upstroke the third string, so then pull off again from the fourth string, and then downstrokes and upstroke, and then you hit the last open string and do this. So together. Next section starts from the first beat, but the melody starts from the second. Let me show how it works. You play this is actually the first beat from the next bar, so when you play it starts from the second beat. Okay, the bass part here is subject to changes, and this is why I will not show exact patterns, I will just suggest some. And the melody, like in the song itself, in the original, you pull off the string and keep your ring finger on the second, okay? While you hit the bass, and then you pick the third string, second fret, and the A string together. So you see, you pull, just release the third string, open string, and then you can play, hit the C bass and pull off from the third fret, and then together. Then follows same beginning, and then A bass on the background, slide, you see? And the third time you hit only twice, and then without the G note you hardly can hear it, and then pull off, and then see with the A note, addition of the A note. So together. Now with metronome. And by the way, instead of playing, you can play or with a G bass. It's optional. I like with a C bass. Okay? I set my tempo to 80 beats per minute. And we start from the second beat, I remind you. 3, 4, 1. Then follows the melody. It starts from the second beat. These two notes 8th fret, 9th fret, and then only 2 strings are picked. Then you bend the string and return to the previous section. I start from the previous section from the second beat. 3, 4, 1. One. Next section starts from the second beat as in the previous one, like the previous pattern, and then, as I told before, but then follows pull off, downstrokes. So together. And the G bass, A bass or C bass here, or it's optional, whatever you like. Then follows, and then, and then, so slide. Then third time, and then you hammer on the third string, and then pull off, okay, and then pull off again, and hit the fourth string, and then everything downstroke. So I set my tempo to 80 beats per minute, and I start from the second beat. 2, 3, 4, 1. Start from the second beat. Here I'm using the once I emphasize my downstroke and then I emphasize my upstroke. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, okay? And then follows this chord. And then so together they sound like from the first beat I play same technique. And I emphasize once the upper strings and then I emphasize the middle strings. So, and then now with the metronome I start from the second beat and the chord falls right on the first beat of the next bar. 2, 3, 4, 1. After these chords follows hammer on. So first beat, and then so twice you hit the second fret with a pull-off at the end. Pull-off from the second fret on the 5th string, and then together, and then follows from the second beat this lick, hammer on, and then slide from the second fret, and then 3 times pull off, and then pull off again from the 4th string. Here you constantly hit the bass on the background, and then the melody sounds like you pull off with your 2 fingers from the 8th fret and 9th fret, 2nd, 3rd string, together with the bass. And then it's the first beat from the next bar, now with the metronome. I start from the first beat, from the previous chords. 1, 7th fret, 7th fret, and then 8th fret, 8th fret and 9th fret. 5th string is muted, and the strumming technique is same technique on this chord. 2nd fret, you can also try to use your finger to take both strings at once. Okay, it's optional. You see? Same technique here. And then I'll show the chords in rhythm with a metronome later. Now we continue to the next lick. Just pull-offs. And then pull-offs together. I start from the first beat and I set my metronome to 80 beats per minute. And something I haven't mentioned before, these notes, they take 6 beats per 1 beat, so and then it's played like 16ths. 3, 4. So, more than half of this song is done already, but now follows a part which is more complicated rhythmically. So I strongly recommend you to learn properly the first part and then to proceed to this one. This section starts from the first beat when I play this is the first beat from the section I'm gonna show you now. The melody sounds like this is the pattern. Now on the background, these are the bass notes. And every bar starts from the bass, from the first beat. Together. The following lick sounds like each note is played with a downstroke and it's 16ths, so you start from the up beat and then pull-offs. And what's important in this lick, it's that you end on the fourth beat on the bar, and then you start right between the fourth beat and the first beat of the next bar on the up beat. So it's like 4, 1, and it goes on. Okay, then when you finish the lick, and then this chord falls on the up beat after the first beat, so it's like 1. And it's played with a fast strumming technique, and it occupies an entire bar, and it falls on the first beat of the next bar. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 1. I set my tempo to 80 beats per minute, and I start from the first beat from the previous section. 2, 3, 4. This section is somewhat different from the first section, since it starts from the second beat and has rhythmical changes. So instead of, you just play note after note, and then just like in the first section. Second time from the offbeat. Then again on the beat. And the last time off beat again. I start from the second beat and I set my metronome to 75 beats per minute. 2, 3, 4, 1. Next section starts from the second beat. Same pattern. And then Second time. So here very quick hammer-ons, and then you pick the fourth string, so, and then pull off, bend, open string together. Third time. Here basically you play the same bass pattern, but with the addition of on the background. So and then so you just pull off. I set my tempo to 75 beats per minute, and I start from the second beat. 3, 4, 1. Then follows from the second beat, since the previous section ends on the first beat. 1, and then and begins a rather complicated part. Let me show you it first, and then I'll break it down into pieces and I'll show you the exact rhythmical patterns. Then the third one is, and then from the upbeat we start picking the first string and fall on the beat from the second. So you see I'm showing the beat with my leg. So upbeat, downbeat, 10th fret, 7th fret. And then, so, slide, second string, third string, fourth string. So, 9th fret, 7th fret, 7th fret, 5th fret, and then hammer on and pull off. And then pull offs. So together. Then now important tips to optimize your playing. Firstly, when you pull off, it's important to use the whole hand, so you don't just use your fingers like, it's more like, of course I'm showing a very exaggerated movement, but once you refine it, you will see how it works. Secondly, when you play these notes, use your finger to help you. Don't play just with your plectrum. Don't play. Play. It allows to increase the speed. And I set my tempo to 65 beats per minute and I play 4 times. 2, 3, 4, and then so 4 times the pattern. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 1. Here's the last part of this song. By the way, there's no particular reason I changed my guitars, and the notes here are pretty the same, so I hope you'll find them. Okay, it starts from the first beat, from these chords. See, 3rd fret, 2nd fret, and then you just shift those 1 fret lower. Okay, so the rhythm sounds like this. The strumming method I use is so I just play around with the accent. Melody. I pull off the 4th string from the 3rd fret. And I keep my ring finger on the 5th fret of the 2nd string and I pick them together. You see, on the background we hear the bass. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, as you see, I use my thumb to cover the C note on the 5th string. I recommend you to use the thumb. Together they will sound like 1, 2, 3, 4. Then follow these chords. D minor with addition of these 2 notes, G, then A, sort of A, and sort of C. And I use the same rhythm as in these chords. So here it sounds like see, pick the 6th string and bend the strings 7th fret, 8th fret, 9th fret. And then follows the ending lick of the song with the ending chord. Mute your 4th string, 1st fret and 3rd fret. Now let's focus on the pull-offs of the ending lick. Firstly, you pick the 1st string, then 2nd and pull off. 3rd string and pull off. Then 4th string and keep your finger there. Again 3rd string from the 2nd fret and then and the last string should not be pulled off, you just pick. I set my tempo to 90 beats per minute and we start from the 1st beat. 3, 4. Here's no particular tempo or rhythm, you just play at your feeling. And this is it. If this tutorial was helpful to you, please don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Thanks a lot for watching. And don't forget to see my other videos.